Hey everybody, this is Dave, and today we're going to be talking about how to create a league for the Pulp Alley tabletop adventure game. Specifically, we're talking about how to create a big league. We're going to make a group of Goblin Raiders today. We are getting ready to play a little Middle-earth campaign, so I want to have some Goblin Raiders out there running around. It's going to be a pretty big league. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the rules for making up gangs is right here on page 22 of the second edition Pulp Alley rulebook. If you want to follow along, you could do it there. I was thinking that for this gang, one of my focuses is really going to be about having a bunch of models in it. What is it going to be? Something around 38 or so models. Let's just see how many we can fit in there. To start with, what we're going to do is we're going to give them the Mastermind perk. So that's going to take one slot, so it'll have the Mastermind perk. But it basically gives us an extra 6 slots. That means we're going to have a total of about 15 slots to play with as far as the league is concerned. And the sidekick, which is a level 3 character, is free as far as this league is concerned because it does not have a normal leader in it. So he'll have a health of D8. We're going to put 3D8 in Brawl, 2 dice 6 in his Shoot. We'll put 2 dice 6 in Dodge. We're going to put 3 die 8 in Might, 3 die 8 in Finesse, and 2 dice 6 in Cunning. The reason I put 3 die 8 here and here is because I'm going to count on this character to get plot points, and I need him to be able to pass some of those perils and challenges. So didn't go completely all combat with this guy. Another thing is I need to make sure that he has some survivability to him. So I'm going to give him Indomitable, and I'm also going to give him Muscles of Steel. So that's going to help keep him in the game. He's not a great shooter, and he doesn't have great dodge either, so that's going to be a couple of his weak spots. Also, his cunning isn't great. So what I'm thinking is that I'm going to do 2 different types of gangs. Rather than have all the gangs be identical, we're going to do 2 different types. So check this out. The 4 back here, these 4 gangs in the back here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are going to be fairly basic gangs. So what we're going to do with them is we're just going to call them Goblins. Their Brawl is going to be based on the number of models. Their Shoot is going to also be based on the number of models. Their Dodge will only be 1d6. Their Might will be based on the number of models, and then they'll have 1d6 in Finesse and 1d6 in Cunning, and we're going to make them dangerous. What that means is that when they are rolling their Brawl dice, they're not going to suffer that multiple fights penalties. Now, the other 3 gangs, we're going to call those the Red Caps, and it's going to be this gang here, and this one over here. So 3 gangs will be Red Caps. And we're going to do those gangs a little bit different. There will be 4 Goblin gangs and 3 Red Cap gangs. As normal, they'll have 5 models, but they're going to be a little more combat focused. So they're going to be beasts. So that loses their ability to perform actions. They're also going to have the swarm ability. So when folks move into contact with them, they're going to have a chance of getting a peril. And then they're also going to be animals. So their Brawl is going to be based off of the number of models, but we're going to take that point from animal and we're going to give that a +1. In other words, if they had 5 models, then they would normally roll 3 dice. And because they are a little bit better than that, that's going to give them an extra dice, so it'll put them up to 4. They won't have any Shoot dice, however. Their Dodge will be 1d6, and then that's where I'm going to put the other +1 from animals, so they will actually have 2 die 6 in their dodge skill. Might will be made up of their number of models divided by 2. And then finesse and cunning will also be d6s. 1d6 there, 1d6 there. So they're going to be kind of interesting to play. I'm going to have a lot of fun with them. So for our extra slot, we're going to put out this little spider. That's going to be his pet spider. Oh, how adorable is that? So for our little spider, we're going to make them fairly similar, not too different. Let's see, but it is only going to be level 1. It's also going to be a beast, so it won't be able to perform actions. It will be fierce and an animal. So its health will be a d6 asterisk. It'll have 3 die 6 in brawl. So it starts with 1, it gets an extra 1 from fierce, and then we're taking an extra 1 from animal as well. It won't have any shoot skill. Its dodge will be 2 die 6, and then it'll have 1 die 6 in the other ones. And that's the whole league. That's all 16 slots. 1 slot in Mastermind, 15 slots up there. No slots for the sidekick. That one's free because they don't have a leader. 4 goblin gangs at 2 slots each. 3 other red cap gangs at 2 slots each. And then 1 level 1 spider. Check that out. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be kind of intimidating when you put this big gang out there. You know, it's going to be kind of intimidating to see, 37 models on the other side of the table. Because, right, you can have basically that is a Pulp Alley league made up by the rules of Pulp Alley. You could do that. You know what also could be a league? 4 characters. So you can have 4 characters going up against a huge swarm of goblins. And that's what we're planning to do this Sunday. I hope you'll join us for a live game this Sunday. We're going to put this huge swarm of goblins on the table and see if they can take out 4 enemy characters. But of course, because Pulp Alley is not simply a skirmish game, it is an adventure game. That means there will be plot points out there, and it's not just about beating up on the enemy. It's about playing the story. So will the characters be able to play the story out, and take advantage of their superior skills and stats up against this huge swarm of goblins? We're going to find out on Sunday. Join us live, 10 a.m. Central. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.